Kaptırıyor topu. Ali Tanrı'dan çok süratli. Ali orta yapacak. Sert orta. Sert orta.
Welcome everyone to Sivas for our game, of course, against Sivasspor. As you can see, the stadium is just behind me. It's almost game time, but we do have a few games to catch up on before we go and do our team meeting. So before I head on in and do our team meeting, let's hop back into Football Manager 21 and have a catch up on the games between episodes. Okay, so as you can see, the first game saw us welcome Eylül to beautiful Bursa. And, well, Getting got us off to a beautiful start, just over a minute in. We then went and got a second. This was from their mistake. As you can see, they went and gave it away to Emrehan on the edge of the area, smashes it in the upper left-hand side. You don't give Emrehan those opportunities. We did give them one back though. As you can see, nice build-up on the left-hand side, whips it over to Fcan, who pokes it in the bottom right-hand corner. Can't really blame the goalkeeper too much for that. Emrehan though, beautiful set piece, front post to Oglaw, gets us a third, final goal, settles the game. And as you can see, the whole team played pretty well. Zubzuk on a 6.9 even. Mailman on a 6.9. The rest of the back line was on a 7.3, 7.4 and 7.5 respectively. Schrock on a 7.2. Emrehan got an 8.5. He had a magnificent game. 6.7 for Milinkovic, 6.8 for Mehmet, 7.1 for Gerkan, and a 6.8 for Mad. Now, the substitutes, Musin, he got a 6.7 in that game. Same for Volkan Gullier, 6.6. That's a bit disappointing. And a 6.7 for Eylül, which was not too bad. Now, 10 shots to their 10 in the end, 5 on target to their 4, 0.86 XG to 1.13, 8 corners to 2, 9 fouls to 15, 0 yellow cards, 3 yellow cards, 89% passing to 80, and 59% possession to 41. But how did we get on in that second game, Matthew? Well, in the second game, we had some mixed fortunes. As you can see, we headed away to Rizspor, managed to win 2-1. Started off with a beautiful header from Milinkovic in the upper right-hand side of the goal. He then went and got his brace. As you can see, Lassen whipping it in. Sorry, Mehmet whipped it in, plays it short to him. And Milinkovic on it in the left-hand side, pass Gökhan. Then they tried to build up from the back, managed to get another one over to this right-hand side, runs past Zubzuk and just taps it in. Terrible goalkeeping, went and gave them one back, but it's the 92nd minute. They couldn't bring it back at that point. A little bit disappointing in Zubzuk for letting that one go, but these things happen. 2-1 in the end. Lovely victory away to Rizspor. The downside though, as you can see, Emrehan Eydegen went and got an injury. We did also have a knock to Milinkovic, as you'll see, has substituted him. He had a lovely 7.9 game though. I substituted him for Gullier, who got a 6.4. Lucky for us, Milinkovic, his injury sorted, but we do have a bunch of people who are injured alongside Emrehan, so I'll show you them in just a second. But Ket got 6.8 in that game, Eylül was 6.7, 6.8 also for Schmelzer, who came on for the Mailman. The Mailman's a yellow card away from a suspension. Didn't want him suspended for this episode, so of course I substituted him off. Zubzuk got a 6.6, like I said, very disappointing. The back line though, 7.4, 7.3, 7.4 and 7.1 respectively, is very nice. 7.2 for Shirok. Emrehan got a 6.9, but he only played 34 minutes, so not too bad. Like I said, 7.9 over there. 7.6 for Mehmet, and a 6.8 for Gerkan, with a 6.6 for Mad. So Mad and Zubzuk were the ones who let us down a little bit in that game, but we had a pretty solid all-round effort. So we had 12 shots in the end to their 7, 4 on target to their 2, 1.49 XG to their 1.38, 4 corners to 6, 11 fouls, 7 fouls, 0 yellow cards, 1 yellow card, 93% passing to 85, 65% possession to 35. But let's go have a little look at those injuries and then crack on with today's game. Okay everyone, so before we kick off today's game, we are of course here in the medical centre looking at our injuries. Lucky for us though, the last game was about 40 odd days away, so we have managed to recoup a little bit of the time between then and now, so the injuries don't look as bad as they previously were. Eydegen is 1 to 6 days remaining on a dislocated shoulder. That was a pretty lengthy one. I want to say it was about 6 to 9 weeks. We then have Kun. He's got 1 day remaining on his pulled ankle ligament. We have Flu for Canberg, and Core has a groin strain. And nobody else has an injury. We do have all of these who are on risk assessment, and the injury susceptibility even is high on Goulier and Adigan. Adigan's expected to re-aggravate his injury, and these are all above average. So without further ado, let's head to the team meeting room, and I'll see you fine folks there in just a second. Okay everyone, we've done the recaps, we've done the injuries. There's only one thing of course to do now, and that is play our game against Sivasspor. So first of all, we are here in the tactical meeting. We're going to do the opposition instructions as suggested for this light snowy day where it's nice and breezy. 10,300 odd tickets sold for today's game away. Now, our team is Zubzuk in goal, Mailman, Kublai, Oblor and Lassen at the back. We have Milinkovic, of course, on that left-hand side, who is now linking up nicely with the Mailman. Shirok as our ball-winning midfielder. Mehmet drops to that deep-line playmaker role. That means Sinan covers his spot in attacking midfield centre. Gerkan on the right and Mad up front. That leaves us with a bench of Atabek, Musin, Ahmet even, Sedat, Schmelzer, Volkan, Eren. Kun is not going to be on the bench. He is still with a knock. We're not going to double-click Diarra as well. So he's going to go there. Oh, sorry. He's going to go there. My brain is actually fried because I'm having to redo this one because of a certain individual being dumb. I forgot to change OBS, so it was still zoomed in. As you'll see on screen, we did actually manage to beat them. So hopefully we can manage to do that yet again. Recap is on the bench and Anal here. So without further ado, let's hop into the game and I'll see you there in just a second. Okay everyone, the players are heading out onto the pitch. It's time to try and re-upset Sivasspor as we play this game. I apologise if you can hear my phone vibrating on the microphone, but Hakan will play it back to Bernick. It's now a ball over to this right hand side. Hakan nodding it down to Erdogan, gets it past the Mailman. Arizo one-on-one with Zubzuk. Can he make the save? Lovely save by Zubzuk. Kublai almost makes an error smashing it against Oblor, but we escape from that situation. So 12 minutes in, 1 shot apiece. They've had 1 on target. We've had absolutely 0. Finally we get 1 on target. That is nice to see. So as you can see, we must start closing down that individual, and we are comfortably in 2nd place at the moment. This is nice to see. 13 games in, 27 points. We are quite a bit behind Fenerbahce, but we are comfortably slotted in that 2nd place spot. Currently 2 points ahead of 3rd place, and well, we glide into halftime 0-0. So 6 shots to our 5, 1 on target to our 4, 0.36 xg to our 0.34, 2 corners to our 1, 10 fouls to our 7, 1 yellow card, 0 yellow card, 78% passing to our lovely 87, 43% possession to our 57. So without further ado, let's head on into the dressing room. And I didn't mean to do that, but that was pretty useful. I managed to hit it with my finger. So I'm not happy with performance up there. You know what? Mad's on 6.6, 6.4, 6.9. Some of these players are doing okay, but others I'm not. So you know what? That's reasonable. Hands on hips. I'm not impressed. That's motivated the lads. Hopefully that can give them the kick up the backside they need. You didn't need a kick up the backside. You're doing okay. The players who did. Mad, Milinkovic, and the Mailman. So that whole left-hand side and the striker. And he's picked up on it. The Mad has not so much, but we can take him off for Anal. We can do a Mad Anal swap if we need to, but Hakan has gone and taken a yellow card. We have a free kick. Milinkovic plays it short to Shirok. Now Mehmet's in the centre circle. Lovely ball over the top to Milinkovic. Can he get a cross in or pull it back perhaps? He has the Mailman in spot if he needs. Goes for Mehmet though. Sinan, edge of the area. Come on. Sinan Kert, 2nd goal of the season. Beautiful effort from Sinan Kert. Let's have another little look at this one, everybody. So, Milinkovic on this left-hand side. Like I said, he had the Mailman to pull it back to if he needed to. Didn't. Went for Mehmet, who nods it down. Sinan smashing it into the bottom right. Samasa had absolutely no chance of getting to that one. And we are off to a flying start in this 2nd half. The Mailman taking a throw-in. Can we get a second one here? He has Shirok short, and he has Sinan. Throws it Sinan, plays it to Milinkovic, plays it across to Mehmet. Oh, Mehmet in off the post, smashes it onto the post, goes past Samas, and Samas is dreading that one. First goal of the season for Mehmet Özkan, playing from that deep line playmaker role, sitting on the edge of the area. Lovely run, lovely ball from Milinkovic, and a beautiful result so far. So let's just cruise up to our usual substitution time of around the 62nd minute. We'll let it go a bit longer, actually. Let's go to the 65th. There we go. So, the mailman for Schmelzer. The mailman is 1 yellow card away from the suspension. I think I previously mentioned that. The amount of times I've had to sort things out there, I don't know. I might have not done it, but this I might do. I might. The fact that we've got Fenerbahce, I believe, next, I don't particularly want to, you know. I feel like if we're going to have him missing for a game, we're probably going to get smashed in anyways and get the suspension out the way. So I'm not really bothered about the mailman missing the next game. Or even if he doesn't miss the next game, misses the one after. The next couple of games I expect us to lose. This one I would have probably expected us to lose if I didn't originally get the victory. And now look like we're probably going to get the victory again. So Lassen is currently tired, Schrock is tired, Milinkovic and Mad. So we're going to go based off the condition of our players. So Lassen is the worst one, so Musin can come on for Lassen, he can go rest. Anyone nervous? Nobody nervous, that's nice to see. We have Mad, he's not been playing great and is a little bit tired, so we'll get him off for Eynül. Milinkovic, of course, for Eren, so that is a swap in them. And then we have Shirok. Now, we don't really have a decent replacement for Shirok. I could move Mehmet across, I guess. Mehmet, how are you doing? 7.7. You know what? When you're performing like that, I can see you doing okay. Now, I do trust Volkan, but I trust Recap a little bit more. So I'll bring Recap on in that central midfield role. And then we shall just leave it as that. We'll leave the final substitution in case we get any injuries. And hopefully we can pick up the result here in the 70th minute. Gerkan collects the throwing, gives it away to Erdogan though. Now they're going for the counter-attack in Metahan on this left-hand side. Oblor missed the header. Kubilay, he plays it across to Arezzo, who slots it in the bottom right. Lads, please do not ruin this 2-0 lead. Please, I'm begging you. Don't ruin it. 70 minutes in. We've got 20 minutes left. Are we wasting time? That's the question. In possession, are we wasting time? If we aren't, okay, good. We've still got our waste the clock on, so that's all good to see. We have given away a free kick, though. Bernick whips one in. Caro nods it back to Bernick. Hunt him down, Sinan. No, free header. The nerves, ladies and gents. Caro plays it short, not going to even attempt that guy's name. Tries the ball over top. Kubilay, lovely header down to Eren. Short to the mailman. Now plays it up to Caro. Caro collects it on the halfway line. Whips it up. Lovely interception by Eren though. Eren making a run. He has Sinan in spot. Eynül if he needs. Plays it back to Sinan. Sinan, will he play a lovely through ball? He has. It's Mehmet. Oh, I thought Eynül was going to get it. He left it for Mehmet. Mehmet made the run. Unfortunately though, Samas made a lovely save. Sinan though has recap shot if he needs. He has players in the box, plays it in. Eynül can't get onto the end of it and it's cleared away, but Musin will collect this one. And the highlight will end. Honestly, just time. Go, please. Clock, disappear. Vamos! Clock, vamos! Leave us! Go! We don't want to see you, clock. Just run out the time. Sinan, right-hand side. Plays it back to Recap. It's almost intercepted. Recap will gather the ball back, though. Plays it to Musin. Musin whips in across. It's headed away by the guy's name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. Sinan now over to Mehmet in the centre circle. Nice ball over to the right-hand side where Musin will collect. Can Musin get it into the box or perhaps pull it back? Recap. Ooh, Recap gets it blocked. Goes back to Mehmet, though. Back to Recap once more. Back to Mehmet once more. Don't give it away here. This be silly. Recap. Holding up the ball nicely. Mehmet. Just hold on to the ball. That's all we need. Recap. Ball over to the left-hand side. Eren's made a lovely run. Can he whip it across? Eren whips it in. Eynül. It's blocked. And we have a corner here on the 90th minute. 4 minutes of additional time for them to try and pull one back. Sinan can go short to Recap if he needs. Will he go front post again for that Eynül experience, though? Let's see if Sinan is up for a second go at the anal. No, he's not. He went for Obilor. Unfortunately, though, Obilor cannot keep his header down, and it goes flying over the bar. So, again, we managed it. We managed it the first time round. This time, hopefully I've remembered to record. I did remember to record the first time, I just forgot to change the camera. So it was a little bit zoomed in, and I didn't want to give you guys that awful camera angle for the entire episode. So, as you can see, Zubzuk got 7.1 in goals. 6.3 was a little bit disappointing for the mailman on that left-hand side. Kublai with a 6.9, 7.1 for Obilor, 6.6 for Musin, 7.6 for Mehmet. He had a beautiful game. 6.5 for Recap. Disappointing again. Disappointing for Aaron with 6.5, but he didn't really play bad. Sinan, though, beautiful effort with that 8 rating, getting him the best performer of today's game. Gerkan with a 6.6, Anal with a 6.7. Of course, the substituted players, we had Lassen on a 7.1, Milinkovic on a 7, 6.8 for Sharuk, and a 6.7 for Mad. So, how were the match statistics? Well, we had 11 shots, they had 12. 7 on target to their 6, 1.46 XG to their 1.76, 8 corners to 6, 13 fouls to 19, 0 yellow cards to 3 yellow cards, 87% passing to their 80, 59% possession to their 41. So, let's head to the dressing room and tell the lads they did an excellent job. He's nervous. I don't know why you're nervous, because that was a good job, man. That was a beautiful effort. To come to Sivasspor, get a victory. Sivasspor's now dropped to 14th in the league. They are having a terrible start to the season, but we are only 6 points behind Fenerbahce, 4 points ahead of third place Baksier. Now, I don't see us retaining second place. Like I said, I expect Fenerbahce to beat us, and I expect Trabzonspor probably beat us as well. So if we ignore, say, 6 points, 23, we'll probably be down in 4th place by the time this has finished. So yeah, I think we've had a lovely start to the season. Sinan inspires Bursa win. Bursa make it 10 unbeaten in a row. Like I said, though, I expect that one to disappear very soon. But I thank you all for joining us. Of course, in the next episode, we'll be versing Sivasspor, which is away. That is at the start of January. So right at the start of the transfer window. Probably not going to have any players coming in for that match, but the episode after will probably have some players coming in. So I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.